For years, the modern pop industry operated like a million-dollar assembly line. Studios and writing teams churned out hyper-polished hits with mechanical precision. By the spring of 2019, that formula felt invincible, especially with Lil Nas X's Old Town Road, crushing charts and setting records for months on end. The track that finally interrupted that streak came from a 17-year-old named Billie Eilish. The song was Bad Guy. It defied every established rule of modern radio. It was brooding, incredibly quiet, and it lacked anything resembling a massive sing-along chorus. Yet it swept 4 major categories at the 2020 Grammys, including Record and Song of the Year. How does a song this quiet, this dark, and this unconventional, created without any professional studio help, end up dominating the global stage? The answer starts in a small bedroom in Los Angeles. Eilish and her older brother, Phineas O'Connell, bypassed massive recording cants entirely, opting to write and produce everything at home. Take the song's driving, hypnotic rhythm. There is no traditional drum kit carrying the beat. Instead, the primary pulsing hi-hat sound comes straight out of a phone. Eilish recorded the rapid, ticking audio of a pedestrian crossing signal while walking in Sydney, Australia. Phineas manipulated the speed to match their tempo. They layered that with another piece of organic percussion, the wet, slurping sound of Eilish taking out her Invisalign retainer. Then came the melodic texture. They took the unsettling, high-pitched whine of a dental drill, recorded during a trip to the orthodontist, and buried it in the mix. To anchor the low end, Eilish designed a distorted sub-bass specifically to mimic the sound of a blown-out speaker rattling on her bedroom shelf. Fusing these microscopic, mundane noises built a rhythmic fingerprint that felt inherently unsettling. It was a unique sonic landscape that pristine commercial studios couldn't replicate because they would never think to try. Over that strange foundation, Eilish delivered a vocal performance that completely inverted pop expectations. She isn't belting to the back row. She is intentionally whispering, singing quietly and directly into the microphone. The lyrics themselves are a sarcastic roleplay. She chides a partner who brags about being tough, calling their bluff by playing the villain herself, effectively mocking the entire archetype of the fake tough guy. Getting that apathetic tone required obsessive dedication to cadence. It took 34 separate vocal takes just to land the exact right pitch and timing for the song's signature punchline, "Duh." To preserve that claustrophobic feeling, mixer Rob Kanelski received a strict mandate from the siblings: keep the mix entirely dry. Most pop vocals use heady reverb, creating a massive, echoing audio waveform to sound larger than life. Kanelski removed those effects, leaving a razor-thin, completely flat waveform. That minimalist philosophy meant the whole track was composed of just 68 individual audio stems. The combination of that sarcastic intimacy and stark audio dryness created a sense of psychological closeness. In a crowded radio playlist full of booming anthems, the quietest song commanded the most attention. When That Guy reached the top of the charts, it proved that the industry's million-dollar production model was no longer the only way to reach a global audience. Its unpolished, raw construction perfectly matched a young audience craving authenticity over carefully manufactured personas. Her visual presentation mirrored that sonic rebellion. By adopting baggy, oversized streetwear, Eilish actively rejected the expected sexualization of young pop stars. The dark tone of her music served a broader purpose, too. She prioritized honest, blunt conversations about depression and anxiety over forced positivity, giving her listeners permission to do the same. A track built from dental drills and pedestrian signals in a small bedroom was now being screamed back by tens of thousands of people at global festivals. Walking away with that armful of trophies signaled a change in the industry's hierarchy, where a homegrown record was now outperforming the most expensive studio productions in the world. Billie Eilish and Phineas showed that the traditional gates of the music industry have finally become optional. Their path proved that a distinct point of view and a bedroom setup could not only compete with the old guard, but beat them at the very top of the charts.